Farm Credit of Western Kansas presents Open Spaces Sports Shorts with Rich Epp.
Well, Kerry, let's talk a little bit about your team. You mentioned leadership right off the bat as a key to your team's success. Who would that be when you look at senior leadership? Doesn't necessarily have to be seniors, does it?
No, it doesn't. And I have a good group of juniors also. I've got great upperclassmen, and I've got a big freshman class. So it's going to be fun this year with everybody pushing everybody. There's going to be lots of spots open, and I've got a lot of girls that can compete for the varsity lineup.
What do the numbers look like for you for this year for volleyball here?
I'm going to have at least 25, and there may be a few more that I didn't account for at camp.
So that's up from where it has been the last few years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, when you look at your schedule, and you're, of course, in the Mid-Continent League, what do you expect as far as conference race is concerned, and how will you line up and play and compete with those teams in the league?
Well, as always, the Mid-Continent League is a very tough league to compete in. Always, you have to count TMP. They have a great program, Smith Center, Phillipsburg, Norton. I mean, you look everywhere, and there's great competition, and that's who we play week in and week out.
You start the season with a triangular right here in Oakley in this gym, and you'll bring in a good team from the GWAC, Scott City, and then Wallace County is always pretty good. That should be a good opener for you, shouldn't it?
That will be a good opener. It's going to be it's a great night to open up because we get our football team here because they're not playing yet. So it always makes a fun environment, and it's just some great volleyball.
Now, when you take a look at tournaments, you're going to go to several tournaments. I think you go to Waukene, one of them.
Yep.
You have your own tournament at the end of September. What do those tournaments look like to you? Because they're always a lot of fun. They're a grind all day long, though.
Yes, they do. They play all day. It's great when we go to Waukene because they play it out. So even if you don't make it out of the top two in pool play, you get another match. So you get a good start with an extra playing time, even if you don't finish, in the top four of the tournament. And then it's just great competition. And we get to see people that we don't normally see at Waukene. Of course, Stockton and Trigo and
Northern Valley's there.
Northern Valley's there. Of course, TMP's also there, but Russell's there and Leota's there, which are teams that we don't see during the regular season.
A change for the Kansas State High School Activities Association is that you can no longer have two-a-day practices.
Yes.
You coaches always kind of like those two-a-days. I know the first few days of practice. Can't do that now. You're limited on the number of hours you can actually have a practice. How do you like this new system, and do you think you'll like it?
It's going to be an adjustment for sure. We're going to go for 3 hours this afternoon instead of breaking it up with our two-a-days, which I always liked our two-a-days because I broke up conditioning and then just volleyball. So now I had to get creative this year to combine it all into one.
Okay, well, listen, Kerry, good luck to you. Open Spaces Sports will be following you throughout the season, match by match, game by game, and we appreciate the opportunity to visit with you.
You bet. Thanks.
All right, Kerry Sheets visiting with us, the head volleyball coach of the Oakley Plainsmen, brought to you in part by Farm Credit of Western Kansas and many businesses throughout the Oakley area. Rich Epp for OpenSpacesSports.com.